Hey guys, I'm Morthadon, and we are back for Parasyte the Maxim, episode 13. So, the last episode was crazy, guys. We lost Kana. She is dead. I did not see it coming. I was so shocked by it, and I wasn't really, thinking about it, like, the meta side of things, but it was episode 12, which in a lot of anime, they're counted as, two core when they're 24 episodes, and episode 12 is that halfway point, which also means sometimes you get a new opening. So we might have a new opening either this episode or next episode as well. But yeah, Kana being dead feels like a big game changer. She was kind of a big part of most of the episodes since she showed up. And I felt like she was getting even more involved in the story, and then all of a sudden she's gone. And I mean, I guess that's what it means to lose someone, is to, majority of the time you're not ready for it, and it feels like a sudden loss, and that's what it feels like to me. So we do know that the mayor was that is a parasite. That was the guy that was running for mayor. That was a parasite. Got elected, so he is the mayor. So they're going to be starting to establish their foothold in society. And then we know that they were talking about parasites and stuff like that online, which is how Kana kind of knew about them and stuff like that. Even though Shinichi told her this crazy thing, she's like, "Oh, you're talking about that thing they're talking about online." So what didn't come as a complete shock to her. So yeah, I'm really curious where we go from here, because I didn't think that was gonna happen last episode. So how am I supposed to predict what's gonna happen next? But yeah, let's get started, shall we? Alrighty, we're gonna start here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, now. Oh, so Kana didn't even go to the school, huh? That's a messed up thing to bring up to someone. I feel like the way that one girl was being gentle about it was kind of okay, but definitely the way Akiho handled that was no bueno. What was the other, Tachikawa? That one of the cops, or was it one of the? That wasn't the mayor guy, was it? That's the only problem. So we still have the same song. I think this is the same opening too, right? The visuals and everything. I'm okay with it because I really like this opening song. It's possible it still changes next episode. Sometimes the first core is 13 episodes, but if it doesn't change, I'm just as happy. I'm trying to pay attention to see if any of the imagery changes. I don't know, did we ever have Kana in the opening before? I try not to analyze the openings too much for reasons like that, where if I analyze that, he's in there and he's gone, so. Um. Oh, yeah, that's interesting. I believe that was Kana, wasn't it? But then it fades into the mom, I believe, which is just kind of confusing. But I guess that's the two people that he's lost so far, right? Kana and the mom. This is the group of parasites. Ah, that's Ryoko, isn't it? I recognize the voice. She looks a little different, but I recognize the voice. Did she have her baby already? That is her, right? Ah, okay. Oh, its face is really red. Is it just because it's crying? Shit. What a hell of a way to treat a kid. That lady was out of there. I think that might have been the guy we saw at the school, watching him. So she has people in the force. Alright. What are you up to, Ryoko? Oh shit. He just beat all their asses. Hmm. So it's the cop guy recording it. He's gonna figure out that it's Ryoko, right? What other woman in the world would send a bunch of people to beat up a high school kid? Oh, I thought she... Did she know? Yeah, okay. Hmm. Other people are starting to notice. It's normal for her to be worried about that. Alright. Hmm. Yep. He's trying to figure out why he's so strong. She doesn't know yet, right? Yep. That's one of the things, like, I feel like he should, like, since he had emotion, like, he wasn't so calm and all that before, I feel like it would be easier to fake it, you know, because he knows what it's like. Hmm. Where are you off to, Shinichi? Well, shit. Is he gonna try to feel something, maybe? If he manages to break down here, I feel like that'll get the cop off his tail. Like, can you imagine? Like, the cop thinking he's onto something. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Is he gonna see the hand? That's not good. That's not good. Oh. Oh, shit. Oh, separated from him. That's not good. Oh, shit. So far, nothing lethal, right? Get the camera. How does it have momentum? Okay, grabbing on, I understand. But when it's flying through the air, that's what I'm curious, how it, like, pulls him, right? It has no, like... Because maybe it's, like, initial momentum, it just pulled so quick. Oh. Well, good thing for Migi's sleepy time. Shinichi kind of saved him, like, or tried to, yet Shinichi's also the cause of the problems, so what will he think? Did he grab the camera? Because that was in his hand. You definitely don't want to leave that evidence around. At the very least, now it's your word against that guy's, if he took the camera. Yeah, I just assumed he was a cop. I don't remember why I assumed that, so I might have jumped to a conclusion. Ignored. Oh. Nope, and he just leaves. Alright. Shit. How do we deal with this guy without killing him, right? Hmm. Shit. Trying to listen. I mean, I don't think that guy's coming back anytime soon after what happened. Oh, maybe he did. What a ballsy guy. I do miss our little boy. Hmm. Might as well what? Is that what he was thinking? That he might as well? Yeah. Does he tell her? Oh, man. I kind of want her to be in the know because not that I'm sick of seeing like the back and forth of like I can't tell you and you know like I in a way I kind of want to move on from that storyline of just trying to keep things from her, right, and moving forward. But I don't know if it'll happen. Uh oh shit. Fuck, man. Oh, fuck, man. All right. Well, damn. I kind of wanted him to tell her, but freaking Migi intervened. But yeah, it's not really, I don't know. There is a small part of me, I will say, that is like that back and forth isn't as interesting anymore. Of like, we've had it since the beginning of like, are you really Izumi and stuff like that. And like, I get it. It's the whole like, I mean, it's kind of similar with superhero stories where they have to keep their secret from people, but that's always like the worst part of superhero stories for me is watching them have the drama between their significant others or friends or whatever because of their secret. So having it here, but you know it's only one small part of the show, so I still absolutely adore this show. It is so damn good. um that I can overlook like the little part of me that's like not a big fan of those parts, right? But yeah, that is it, guys, for episode 13. So Ryoko's back in the picture. She's been kind of like just lurking in the background. We see her every now and then, but it seems like she might be coming in harder than she was before. She has some kind of investigator. See, I assumed when we saw him in that office talking, something about it told like was cop to me, but I don't like this right here. Right around like the baby scene. Um, it's a he's in his office. Okay, so he might just be a PI, right? He is in like an office by himself, right? So either this is an office of a building and he is a police officer, or he's like a private investigator that she hired. I'm not sure. But for some reason I thought cop right away, but then I realized that like just I think I just assumed cop because he was investigating, and usually that's something cops do, so I jumped to cop right away. But yeah, it makes sense that it doesn't have to be a cop, right? So, but Ryoko hired this guy, whoever he is, to investigate Shinichi, trying to learn more about him because she sent Hideo there and didn't get to learn as much as she wanted to. So, like, now she's kind of, she saw him do that fight without using his hand, so she has an idea that he is like more physically, tuned and everything. But yeah, I wonder where that whole storyline goes. Like, how much does Ryoko end up learning and stuff like that. They're also, that group of parasites are suspecting him as being, especially after she told him that he has a parasite in his arm, the one that killed the parasite that went after Kana and everything. Um, and she was saying he's an interesting test subject, but the others didn't seem as like convinced. It almost seemed like they saw him as a threat. So it's very possible that some of them go behind Ryoko to go after Shinichi, but we'll see. It depends on how they all operate and everything. But yeah, once again, we're dealing with Shinichi not being able to feel, and he kind of, he's becoming more and more aware of how his behavior reflects on other people. And I keep saying it in several episodes where I do feel like he'd be able to, like, comprehend and fake it a little more. It's almost like there's something, like, glossing his eyes over to, like, how he appears in front of others. But he is a kid. He has a lot of things on his mind at the moment. A lot of things are going on. It's probably hard for him to focus on the idea of just trying to make himself look like he's mourning enough. That's like probably the farthest things from his mind with all this parasite nonsense, Mayor, Migi kind of like, doing its own thing and here and there, and trying to keep everything in line. It's that side of him is having a hard to, like, that side trying to keep everyone else like off his trail isn't like in as high a gear and stuff like that, right? So, but now that he's more aware, I wonder if he would be able to fake it a little more. But I mean, at this point, if he suddenly started faking it, I feel like that would make people even more suspicious, right? So, I don't know what the answer is, but I definitely either, I don't see the relationship between him and, Satomi lasting very long after this incident here, if it isn't already over from this incident, versus, if he would have told her the truth. But obviously, I mean, we saw here where he wanted to. I think Migi could sense that he wanted to, and that's where Migi turned into his, like, that crazy ass arm, and Shinichi couldn't do it, right? Because it would have meant she died, most likely. So, but if only we could somehow convince Migi that letting her know is beneficial to the both of them, but I don't know how you would do that, right? Unless, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how you do it, because I was gonna say, unless you somehow make it so she's enough of a threat where she's gonna, like, go tell someone, that Migi's like, oh shit, okay, we have to tell her. But the thing is, I don't think Migi would think that way. I think Migi would think, okay, we have to kill her, right? She's getting too suspicious. Migi wouldn't think, oh, we have to tell her because we can't kill her, right? That doesn't compute for Migi. Migi's just like, why can't we kill her? You know? So, yeah, I don't know how you could do it where you could convince Migi to allow Satomi to know. But yeah. The that whole scene with the investigator going after Shinichi and everything, and Migi seeing it and just going after him to kill him, but Shinichi trying to hold Migi back was crazy. Migi then separating, but realizing, can't go too far from Shinichi or Migi's gonna die, and stuff like that. So the guy barely got away. Luckily, Migi in its like separated form doesn't have enough strength to actually, like, cut all the way through, right? Because that's what Migi said, like, I don't have enough, like, momentum or strength or whatever. It used, like, some kind of word there that mentioned, like, not being able to, like, run him through, right? And that's why when Migi slashed him on the arm, it didn't, like, cut his arm completely off, whereas normally it would have. But yeah, that makes sense. I did talk a bit about how Migi was able to kind of pull Shinichi along because, you know, like, normally it's like, you know, it's like not like Migi has like wings. Like, how does Migi like propel forward like that kind of thing? Enough to like pull him too. It's definitely like a weird physics thing looking at it there, but it also could be that Migi like launched off. I also don't really know how Migi just like launches off anyway, right? So I guess it uses the muscles like here to push here and then like uses that momentum kind of thing, maybe. I don't know. It's definitely a weird thing to try to think about. I never really thought about how Migi like can move, let alone pulling Shinichi, but it like dawned on me this episode. I was like, wait, how does that work? But yeah. I imagine it works in some way. I'm not gonna pick apart the show. I'm sure it makes sense. I'm sure even in our world of physics, there's something there that you could like make sense kind of thing, let alone we're in a world with these crazy ass parasite things too, so who knows what's possible. Obviously, and then when Migi grabbed onto the pole and was pulling Shinichi, that made a lot more sense, so but but yeah, regardless. Anyway, yeah, I'm really curious, like, to see where all these different storylines go. Like, what happens with Satomi? Do they still, like, does he try to fix it with her? Is she just done? I don't know what goes on with, like, the Ryoko stuff. That's, like, the most interesting stuff. Ryoko had her baby, too, which I didn't really talk about that yet. And definitely, like, scared the hell out of the nanny, right? Just being like, shut up, you know? Or quiet, and just the baby instantly quieted down. I guess like trained it to respond to authority in that way. Like, how I wonder what it was that allowed the baby to just instantly be quiet like that. Because I mean, normally you can say that to a baby and it wouldn't actually be quiet, right? It doesn't understand what you're saying. Like, maybe it can understand like the authoritative command, like they can kind of grasp like authority, I think, you know, or like a strong presence kind of thing. I don't know, I never had kids. But but yeah, I definitely don't think that that would work in majority of circumstances. So, you know, is it just like an anime thing, just to be like, oh yeah, she's a badass, like, you know, or is it a parasite thing? Is the kid like part parasite, so it can like listen to these commands, kind of like a Migi commands, like its extensions, kind of thing? I don't know. Um, but it's probably just like an anime thing, I imagine. But yeah, I guess we'll learn more as it goes with that and see if the baby does grow up to just be normal and everything. And it doesn't. I was curious if there'd be any kind of like maternal instincts there. And so far, it doesn't really seem like it. It seems like, oh, you'll just need to let you get a little bigger and you can be like a good experiment kind of thing. So it's like, is that all it is to her, or is it gonna end up being more? Like, will Ryoko actually end up caring about this thing? Can parasites are parasites even capable of developing the ability to care, right? Because right now they're just about survival and they don't seem to really care about anything. So it's definitely a interesting dynamic there, seeing Ryoko with a kid and, you know, maternal instincts and all that. Like, do they exist within a parasite? So yeah. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it for me. Very good episode. I'm looking forward for more. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed. Check out my Patreon if you want to see more. 2 episodes ahead through the early access tier as usual. Link is in the description below, or it should be popping up on the screen. Thank you guys for supporting me and what I do here. Very much appreciate it, and I will see you in my future reactions. Bye-bye.